You and Jess have a copy. You should have a copy of the dive plan hopefully up there. And if you look at figure 1, that's the chimney we're going for. It's at waypoint 1. The heading that they found this at was 59.6 degrees and at a depth of 2727. So those should be some helpful clues for finding it.
Copy.
Roger. Hey Josh, do you know what happened to the copy I gave you yesterday?
It's probably still in the ROV shop.
Okay, that's meant to end up here, just FYI.
Okay. Used to the, anyway, yeah, we'll grab it.
If it would be useful, I think, to have those photographs.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. I think it's in the shop, Josh.
It should be, yeah. That's where I left it last, but that was a while ago. Should be in there though. So you see where you're on high pack?
Yeah.
See where you need to go?
I need to go, yeah.
Yeah.
Need to go a little bit more.
You got to basically lateral over.
Yep.
Right? You're on the contour right now.
Roger.
Herc, whenever convenient, could I have ICL-A and ICL-B, please?
I got it.
Sure, thanks.
Okay, they're both on.
Thank you.
So, Alex, I think you might have overshot. Right? You put the boat. Anyway, we'll see where we settle up, but we might have to back up to the west. Right? Because if you look at where the ship is relative to waypoint 1 and where our layback is. So you're putting us too high up on the hill. But we should just hold here and then we'll find the waypoint and then we'll adjust it. So turn to starboard. It's like right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's right over there. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's right on that ridge right there.
Yeah.
So for those of you on Nautilus Live,
Breathing secured.
Perfect.
Secure the IGTs?
I think you said breathing.
Oh, breathing secured.
It's good to know you're alive, but.
So for those of you on Nautilus Live, we're currently 2.7
right there.
Yeah.
kilometers under the ocean. We are at the Seacliff hydrothermal vent site. You can see one of those amazing hydrothermal vent chimneys in front of us.
Yep, I would say this is it, and we're just on the other side of it.
Okay.
This looks mirrored from the image.
You may have dropped to the other side, Nicole, or is
I
this
think so. Well, if you approach with a heading of at 42 degrees, they say that the chimneys in the foreground had the most prominent, basically shimmering water, and so it possibly has the hottest temperature.
Okay.
But I know we also want Sean and Josh and Jess to assess the situation and kind of take a look at where they could get comfortable to take some measurements of the temperature so that we could find something that's over 250 degrees.
Roger. Argus is probably still swinging a little bit from
Yeah,
those
probably
triggers.
still moving. Yeah.
Yeah, Nicole, we might need to see where we settle out.
That is
That
fine,
doesn't
yeah.
pull us away too far from the chimney.
Yep, you guys could get situated and we'll just hang out and be ready.
I'm gonna hang out here for a moment.
Yeah, let's put in a...
Movement 20 meters west.
No. Let's do just like a 5-meter
5
move,
meters.
like 210.
Got it. Bridge nav. Get 5 meters at bearing 210.
I think you should have enough tether to do a little look around.
Roger. Roger that.
So Nicole, is this in the dive plan our major target for the day?
This is the major target for our watch, that's for sure. Yeah, this is the one that we're going to do most of the sampling at, actually, all the sampling at.
Cool, thank you.
I hope you all remembered your estimates for how hot
Temperature?
it would be today.
Yeah.
313. That's the winning number.
So Nicole, you're saying on this side of the slope here is, sorry, on this side of the slope here is where you...
You know, I think we're comfortable or confident saying that this is the right series of chimneys. They did suggest that if you're at a heading of 42 degrees, you might potentially be in an area with the warmest flow or the hottest flow. But I also know that we should defer to you guys for where you could reach a few different vents, and Sean as well, to see where we should set up.
We would probably be
42's,
downslope.
yeah, 42's on
A downslope.
well, it's on the other side of it looking back.
Yeah.
Like, might be on that, yeah, like with that little chimney right there on the right with it's all black on the top of it.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yep.
We could do let's do another 5 meters at 225.
Copy. Bridge nav. Get 5 meters at bearing 225.
It's a very cool Argus shot.
Yeah, I was about to flag that to the folks on Nautilus Live. If you can watch Channel 2 or the quad view, there's a great view of Hercules in front of those hydrothermal vents illuminating them.
I mean, you
can
so
start.
Nicole, I can start.
Why don't you start by looking around this side because that's where you got the leash, right?
Right.
And
Couple
then
new
wait for the
people in
boat
the
to
van
settle
too
down.
now,
So
huh?
come around and just you can do like a pirouette thing. I'm down pretty low, kind of giving you some more tether.
All right.
Yeah, we do have a lot of our science team up here in the van now. Keeping an eye on things.
Skipping the blue water, just
Gonna
coming
come up a
down
little
for the
bit.
big hydrothermal
Roger.
vents, huh?
Yeah, but to be fair, most of them were up in the lab till the wee hours of the morning.
True.
So Sean, I don't know if you want to chime in and just pick out any place you want to start with checking out temperatures.
I mean, this is as good a spot as any to try that chimney right in front of us.
This
I
one
think
here?
we'll have, there seems to be more chimneys on that backside,
Yeah.
so that might be a better spot to get maximum reach. I mean, there's only one chimney on this side.
Okay.
If
Yeah,
we're
we
at the
can
front where we sort of approached it, it almost looks like we're looking through the shimmery water, so it might be a little bit difficult to really place the snorkel in the vent orifice. Although this, as I say that, this vent that we're looking at right in front of us does look pretty good.
So,
Yeah.
so you're saying going back the way we came and...
I'd like to see on the
let's
other
do
side,
yeah, do a little
Roger.
pirouette.
sort of 180 degrees from where we are right now.
Roger.
Let's do
There are more chimney targets on that side, it appears. There's only one on this side.
Right.
let's do a 10-meter move, bearing like 260.
Up.
If we don't find anything hot enough over there, we could come back over here and sit
Bridge
down
nav.
and take a temp.
Get 10 meters at bearing 260.
Change my Z-bias a bit so I can actually...
Who are you talking to?
Yeah, I'm ready to go whenever.
So I'd come around like the bottom side. Around.
Roger.
I mean, like pirouette. See, that's deep water. You're putting downhill right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna go past that way because there's a cliff there.
Yeah, yeah. Come around the other way.
My heading is just pitching about too much. So I'm just trying to get that figured out. This is my Z.
If you're watching on Nautilus Live, just remember to flick between the Hercules and Argus views. You've got some great context shots from Argus of Hercules just making its slow maneuver around this hydrothermal vent. We're just trying to make sure that Hercules is well positioned so that we can efficiently sample the fluid from a few of the different vents. This first phase is exploratory. We're really looking to find which of those is highest temperature. But if you happen to be a hyperthermophile, this is the place to be right now.
Very cool view.
Oh yeah, I was going to say, even for the scientists who study these systems, these are, you know, incredible views of hydrothermal vent systems.
I think this is going to be sort of the side we're going to want to be on because it looks like the smoke is wafting away from us, so that'll give us nice clear views.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what are you envisioning for putting the IGT snorkel into? Like, are you envisioning taking some of this down?
Yes.
Okay.
These chimneys will grow to their height of instability, and then they'll topple over, and then they'll grow back again. So we may need to widen the orifice a little bit.
Ooh, you mean excavation?
I was putting it a little more delicately, but yes.
Okay.
I'm sort of eyeing the one that's at the base of that little spire there to your right.
To my right.
So the right, where it's white, sort of, and
So you've
wide.
got the black spire, about maybe a foot down and to the right on that back side. Looked like a pretty vigorous flow.
So you want me to come around, sorry,
More to starboard.
more to starboard, roger.
So we're gonna have to wait till Argus gets behind you.
Yeah,
'Cause right now we
tether
just swung.
zone.
Well, we over kind of shot, so we swung into the hill, and now we're gonna eventually swing back, but
Roger.
should hopefully keep moving.
I mean, right in here, it looks like these spires could be a few targets here. That if we can set up easily and get the arm in there, we should be able to at least get some temperatures here.
Roger. Back up a little bit.
Yeah, just want to keep our tether out of that hot water.
Yeah.
Just a quick question, Sean, if you feel like you've got a moment to answer it. Have folks ever experimented with having an infrared camera down here to kind of do a sort of a remote sense of which are the hottest vents to go for?
I honestly don't know the answer to that one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hang out right here, Josh,
Sure.
for a bit.
Yeah, we just gotta wait till we get in a little better
It's a
spot.
good idea, though.
Yeah, you just have to find an infrared camera that works at 2.7 kilometers under the ocean. We could just put it in one of those little clear plastic boxes, couldn't we?
Remember what we talked about with that red light?
True. Yeah. Wouldn't reach as far.
Let's do another 5 meters, 270.
Copy. Bridge nav. Can I get 5 meters at bearing 270?
For those of you on Nautilus Live wondering how hot these vents run, we share your
Really bouncy.
curiosity. That's exactly what we're going to be doing at these vents, is actually measuring the temperature of the water coming out of them. The great thing about Nautilus Live is that as soon as we know, you guys will know.
Looks like if we're gonna be sampling there, we're gonna have some current to our back. Should actually be kind of favorable.
Current to our back would give us the best view of the individual vents, so that would be an ideal spot to set up.
Right, exactly.
Because right now it's hard to see where the vent orifices are because of all the hot fluid wafting about.
Yeah, you could probably go in and get set up, and then I'll keep fiddling with Argus a little bit. We're slowly moving back away from the wall now.
Roger.
So we're looking at, you're just kind of eyeing up that one, Sean, that's on the far right there with the black top to it and the white sides.
Yeah, right. Sort of as we're looking at it, it'll be below that and a little bit behind it. There seems to be an orifice with pretty vigorous flow, at least a place to start. And we can take a little temperature survey from there. We should be able to reach several of those orifices and see what we get for temperatures.
Okay, so once we, because we have the one arm to work with, right?
Yep.
So once you pick up the IGT, we can probe around with that, or do you want to take this piece down first, and then, like, we could get the crowbar out and kind of like.
Well, I think I'd like to poke around with your temp probe first. I think that's a little easier to get out than the IGTs.
Okay.
Am I incorrect in that?
A
little faster, maybe?
A little faster.
A little faster.
Yeah, if it's a little faster, let's get your temp probe out, and we can probe some of these orifices here. That way, if we have to, if we do have to excavate a little bit, then it'll be a little easier than having to put the IGT back in.
Roger.
To try to be most efficient. That orifice at the sort of the base of that black spire there to the right.
The smaller one. Oh no, I see.
At least a good place to start. Yeah, exactly, Miles.
Roger.
Alex, sorry.
Okay, video, can you come full wide on Herc, please? So I can see what's
full wide.
What I'm doing.
Give me some light on the porch.
Roger.
And Sarah, I'm curious, what do we have on quad 3 right now?
We have Herc bubble.
Okay.
Would you like to see something else?
Maybe once we start doing temperature probe with the one that's on Herc, we can put, what program is it, Josh? Is it the sonar computer or engineer computer?
Sonar.
Sonar will display it. Okay.
Let me just get that set up. Let me just, can you pass me this thing here?
So Sean, the one that's kind of in front of the IGT, the smaller one, that's the one you're looking for, or
Yeah, I mean, a place to start. I mean, we should poke around to see what we see for temperatures, but that one to me looks like nice vigorous flow. It's got a good view. If we sort of excavate a little bit, we might be able to see right into the vent orifice. And we've got another smaller one back there, but that one to the upper left there seems to be a pretty good target, at least to start.
All right. And how crumbly are these guys? They're relatively crumbly.
Okay. They're probably going to be quite crumbly.
Nicole, is that what's on Sean's computer?
No, that one will go up later when we have the IGT out, but for now, the sonar computer, Josh is getting it set up. We'll see along the bottom of that one shortly, there'll be a temperature readout. Yep, right now.
Right now?
Yeah, you could put it up in the quad 3. Thank you.
All right.
Let's do another 5 meters.
Right over those spires.
Where you want to go? Now let's try another 270, 5 meters.
Copy. Bridge nav.
Is it okay if that fluid flow might be going pretty
one more
close
step,
to
please.
our brow bar there, Josh, if we sat down here?
Yeah, you're going to have to really watch that, how snuggy you're going to get. You don't have to be super close, right? Like, we can reach out.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can keep an eye on it on Argus too.
Yeah.
I'm going to come, we're at 20 meter delta right now, but
you can come down.
so not in your, watch your aft, right? This is the heading that's going to stick the aft of Herc right into the dirt there.
Yeah.
So it's not, this isn't ideal. We're kind of like wedged at the moment. So I'd like to come back around.
Roger.
And
back.
So you see how you're getting kind of wedged in that little notch
that
there. So this is a little more clear, and then we'll just have to work with what we get.
Okay, Roger, it sounds good.
Yeah, I think that heading will work fine, the one that you just pointed out, Josh.
Okay. And a little bit more.
So for those of you watching on Nautilus Live, if you have the quad view at the moment, in the bottom left, you can actually see some of the ROV telemetry
So
there.
you can see the super sampler against the hill there.
Yeah.
So you might be careful of that.
Roger.
You'll be able to follow the temperature we measure with the temperature wand as we make these measurements.
So which one are you eyeing up, Jess?
I'm eyeing up this one here. I
Yeah,
think that was the
so
one that
let's
you
get
wanted.
right, come back around, right? I don't really like this spot.
Roger.
Like, because remember everything's going to be on the right side. So you're sort of aiming, yours almost use the crowbar, little yellow thing is like your guide. You want to like center, that's what you want to aim for, not the center of the porch.
Right.
Yeah, that's better there.
Okay.
So you're a little away from the wall.
Yeah, and I'm a little bit more, yeah.
And I mean, even if you can slide even more to your left a little bit too if you want, that'll give you more freedom.
Roger.
Keeping in mind that when we touch this, it could all just fall apart.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably land on the porch or whatever.
Alright, try that.
Ooh.
Oops, sorry, that was not very gentle.
Yeah, just don't drive forward anymore, just try and go down there.
Roger.
It's great to have so many questions on Nautilus Live right now, but we're going to let
A little bit heading.
we're going to let the operations and science take the stage right now.
That was not very graceful.
That's all right. It's hard. It's not easy. So why don't you just have a look up with the HD and just see where all the lights and stuff are right now relative to the...
Yeah. Look clear.
Yeah, it looks good right now.
Except we can't see the orifice now, right?
But we're gonna do some chopping, right? But I guess we want to probe
So
around
can
first.
you just give me some really specific plan here in your mind, Sean? So you want us to measure without knocking anything down, you want us to measure what's coming out of the orifice that's up at the bumper bar of the vehicle right now? Or do you want us to take down something and then create an orifice to measure out of?
That's a good question.
Because right now, if you want us to measure what's
Yeah.
coming out of the top, then we
Yeah.
have to do a hover measurement without being on the bottom.
So we can't do that, correct?
We could try. It's not going to be very stable.
Yeah, we're going to want stable for this. So then I would say do a little excavating and see what we can uncover.
Because I can see some warm water coming out near the base of this chimney to the left if you pan down.
Yeah.
Yeah, put the lasers on that little black spot right there.
Yeah.
Just to, yeah, right there. We zoom in there.
Yep. Go ahead, video.
Go up a little bit. Yeah, like what about in there?
Yeah, that's not going to be really a good, I don't see any sort of obvious orifice there.
Yeah.
So that wouldn't really be a good target.
Okay.
If we can sort of excavate that spire to the left.
Sure.
And I mean, it's going to crumble and
Video
fall
come
apart when
wide.
we touch
Yeah.
it.
All
So
right.
we could just do that with the arm and see what we get.
This one to the left, the large giant one here.
Yeah.
All right. And is there a particular spot? Your video want to come in a bit?
Yeah. Let me know when.
Hold that.
Not really. Closer to the top, but we can't see that. I didn't realize it was that.
It's pretty steep.
It was pretty steep.
Yeah, those are quite tall. So those are taller than
They're taller
Herc
than
is.
Herc, right?
Yeah, taller than Herc.
Yeah. It looks like the hillside's right. It's pretty supported at this point by the hillside. So you probably take off a good couple feet.
Let's give it a shot. You comfortable with that?
So are we talking about taking off a couple feet of the leftmost one?
Yeah. I mean, we can't hover to take a sample. This looks like our best option for a sample. So,
Okay.
Right.
So let's.
Wide.
Why don't we?
I mean, can you hover and sort of poke around?
We can try and see how that goes, and then if we decide it's not acceptable, then I think what we'd probably do is
because right now we're blind sort of.
Yeah, so then I think let's try that first, and then if that's not working, I'd suggest put the temporal away. Then we'll kind of get our little crowbar out, and then while we're flying, we can do some work, and then see what we see after that point.
I think the top of this is going to be pretty friable.
Oh yeah, I
Could you
imagine
come
so.
wide, please? Yep.
Okay, so let's try and we'll come off, and then we'll try and hover near the top of this big one right in front of us.
Yep.
Does that sound good, Sean?
Yes.
Do you want to get the temp probe out first?
Doesn't matter. I can do it while you're moving around, or it's up to you. I can grab it now if you want.
Yeah, just while we're sitting here.
Sure.
Can I punch in on Argus a little bit?
Let's just wait till we get kind of set up.
Okay.
And
Kind of do it all the way back.
sort of want to see what we're up to here. Let's do one more 5-meter move. So where we headed here?
Like 180.
No, I was thinking more off the wall, a bit more.
Roger.
So like, what's Herc? What's your heading? So 45.
My heading
yeah, let's do
is
225.
225?
Yeah, I want to put like behind you a little bit there, right?
Roger.
Copy.
Okay, let me
British
grab
nav.
this temp probe.
Yeah, 5 meters at bearing 225.
Oop, yeah, okay, let's come off.
Roger, coming off.
Back up a little bit, or sliding around. So you can see CJ come up, see the kicking up against the starboard side of the vehicle there?
Yeah.
So that's how it kind of wedged in there we were.
I'm going to fly no autos here because there's still,
Yeah.
the autos are being futzy still.
That device at the end of that blue hose, that's Hercules' temperature wand. That's what we're going to use to try and measure the temperature coming out of these vents. It's got a little magnetic base that helps it stick to some steel on the front of the porch, just enabling Jess to get a better grip.
I want to rack out a bit. Alright, so we're just going to stick it into that leftmost spire there. Sean?
The rightmost one, the one that's the largest sort of flow coming out of it. That's the
Roger.
one I'm sort of targeting. That's got a high flow. Looks hot.
The one that I'm pointing at kind of there.
Yeah.
It's going to be a little bit of bubble.
Might be a bit challenging because we're floating around, but see what we can do.
Yeah. We'll see. Alright. Sorry, Josh.
That's
Now
okay.
back off. Back off and coming down.
If you look on the quad feed, you can follow along with the temperature readings.
Back up.
Yeah, backing up. Coming back.
You can back away a little bit more if you want, because I'm right up against the porch.
Oops, sorry.
So I got up to 69 there so far. Ooh. $120.
Yeah, I don't think we're like really in it yet.
No, I'm just kind of skirting the edge of it right now.
If we knock a little more off, maybe we'll be able to get it a little lower.
Timber.
Right. Hold on, backing up.
Yeah, it's just
You're
like,
getting like pushed
well, the
into
current is pushing you into it, yeah.
Yeah.
It's way harder to do this direction, but I kind of can't see if we go the other side.
Yeah, that's the problem we have, isn't it? Well, if we knock this down enough, we might be able to see it from our perch below it.
Sorry.
Turn your joy gain down to like 700 or so. You're a full joy gain, right? So
Yeah.
it makes it hard to be stable.
Roger.
And then maybe try and set your Z bias like so you're just dead, you know, nailed, right?
For excavation, if we skirted a little bit port, could we sort of get at that spire a little more stably if we landed? Or is the terrain still pretty steep?
Terrain's pretty steep
Pretty
still.
steep there, but like, seems like it could probably take a lot of this down, but.
Okay.
That seemed pretty friable.
I would agree.
All right.
Less is more in these situations, you know what I mean? Jess?
Sorry?
Less is more in these situations, you know? Like the more input you give it, the more you're gonna be bobbing around.
Yeah, I'm backing up a bit right now.
If you want, you can change your camera view if that helps you. Whatever, you don't have to look in this weird angle.
Roger.
Right, you can tilt up, then bring the vehicle down if you want so you can see better, right?
Yeah, that'd be great. Backing up. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that whole thing is going.
Yeah, just knock it right over if you can.
Whoa.
And we'll see what we get.
There, we can go land in there. That'll give us some action.
All right, I'm gonna look down now.
We should be able to land down there now and have a pretty stable check.
Yeah, I'll tuck this in a little bit. We can go see if we can get a little cozier with that.
Roger.
I mean, so
it's gonna be a little dusty down there for a bit.
Well, that's good that we're up current.
Yeah.
I mean, this heading doesn't seem like a bad one.
Yeah, we're getting Argus in a better spot too.
We're sort of off the wall and
Come up a little bit on the winch.
Roger.
So for those of you on Nautilus Live, this is all coming to you from 2.7 kilometers under the ocean.
So careful of that though, don't, yeah.
Yeah, I'll back off a little bit.
So just go in front of there for a sec again without landing.
Without landing?
Yeah.
Roger.
you just want to see if this is going to be worth the effort.
Well, yeah, looks like it, but yeah, we'll see if we can
yeah,
get
this
a good.
it looks like
Use my joy again.
looks like the orifice looks good. We'll see what the temperature looks like.
Yeah,
All right, I'm going to come down a little bit.
sure.
Sorry. $120.
Yeah, it hasn't moved
no,
though.
It's coming up 86, 90. It's climbing now.
There we go.
There you go, Jess. Yeah, try and stay like that. Well, yeah, there we go. 170, 180. $94. It's the highest so far.
Yeah, that temp probe looks like it's fairly thick, so it might have a decent latency.
Yeah, yeah, it's definitely not as quick as the one you have on yours for sure.
So if we can get that down in there and see what we get for an actual temp. Yeah, in there.
$210. $237.
Still coming up. I think.
Yeah, $247.
It's hard to see if the probe is actually in the orifice.
Oh, it's in there.
Is it? Okay.
It is a little hard to see. We can zoom in just a little bit if you want. Or Jess, is that okay with you?
It might be
Yeah,
hard
go
to
ahead.
fly.
Just let me know.
Video, go ahead and push
You
it.
do a partial.
All right.
That's good there.
That's good, yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, we're definitely got the probe in there.
$240. Yeah, 250 is the maximum so
Sorry.
far that I've seen, but it's still hard to tell exactly. We could be beyond it.
Could try a different approach here.
I'm just going to reset myself up here a little bit, guys.
Yeah,
Video, can you come wide a little bit, please?
Yep.
you're looking pretty good.
Roger. Just making sure. All right, go ahead and push in again, video.
Okay.
Or you can rotate the wrist to put the probe sort of down in it. Oh yeah, unless you have to go that way. I was thinking the other way.
Video gonna come wide?
Sure.
Yeah, like
There you
that.
go. I hold that video.
That way we can see if it's actually worth excavating a little more.
So why don't we, let's see if you can kind of park it a little bit there.
Roger.
Just, you can be off to the side, like almost where you are now.
Yeah. Looks clear behind me. I'll park here. Okay. Let me just see how I stabilize real quick.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh. Just as I say that.
You just got to put a little bit of forward on, that's all.
Yeah. Okay. Just want to see how this stabilizes real quick. Look clear.
So now I'm a little low. It's kind of hard to get, let me see here. Can you show me the arm real quick?
I'm actually all the way over. Video
All the
and
way
come
over?
full wide.
Okay.
Full wide.
Roger. I can come back though.
Let's just try a different approach here. Okay, zoom in, please. Climbing good now, 244, 251, 261. Oh yeah, there we go. 280.
Yeah.
Surpassed my guess.
Given that
90.
given that the terrain is difficult and everything is going to be sort of, if we're anywhere else, we're going to be downwind of the wafting smoke. I think this is going to be a good spot. If we're set up here, if we can use just the arm to clear some of that rubble out of that orifice and see if we can get something nice and clear, I think this would be a good spot to take the sample.
Okay, so we'll stow the temperature probe.
Yeah, we're at 296 degrees. May not be the hottest we're going to find, but I think where our setup here is good. I think it will allow us to get a good quality sample.
Okay, great.
Which may be a little bit better than the absolute hottest sample.
Roger. You're close, Josh.
I mean, we're pushing 300 degrees.
Yeah.
And we're sort of stuffed down in it. I think if we clear that out, we might get a little bit better, cleaner flow. And
Okay.
I like this sample.
Sure.
I like this spot.
Okay, let's come wide then.
All right.
Provided we can get a clean orifice, that's going to be key.
Okay. Let's stow this.
Roger. Let me go all the way back.
For those watching on Nautilus Live, yes, you're right. Those temperature measurements are in degrees Celsius.
Can you rack out just a little bit?
Roger.
Okay, that's, yeah, it's not gonna work. Anyway.
Let me go back in for visibility.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, coming back in.
Just gonna put this down here for a sec.
Okay.
So Sarah, as we get set up with the IGT, if you could put Sean's screen when he's ready out,
Yeah.
that will be the one that has the next set of temperature measurements on it.
Yeah, I'll set to do that. Should be up there now on sat feed 3.
Nice.
Okay, so we want to try and clear this out then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
With this friable stuff, if that gets in the sampler, it could cause
Right,
the valve not to
clog up
seal
or
well
whatever.
and clog. So a lot of stuff fell down when we were probing. So if we can just
Let's
do a
see.
little clearinghouse. Just like that, exactly.
Hulk smash.
So we always get a few questions on Nautilus Live about how long it takes these chimneys to grow. It varies obviously site to site, but the growth rates are pretty impressive, sometimes 10, 20 centimeters even over the course of a few days. We don't know if that's particular to this site, but it's part of the natural cycle of these chimneys to grow to their maximum structural height and then they fall naturally under their own weight. So yeah, there's always a continuous cycle of growth and collapse at these vents.
So I'm wondering if we can hop over a little bit, you know what I mean?
Get us in a
So
better position.
Just a little bit more centered up.
Okay.
But I like the distance away.
Roger.
But kind of like if you put the porch sort of like where the crowbar yellow bit is, kind of like sort of like here,
Okay.
this area.
Okay.
I think that'll make it a bit easier for us to see.
Okay. Sounds good.
I got my underwater pointer.
All right, let me know when you're good.
The exact composition of these vents does vary a little bit. Often they have a core of, I believe it's
Down a little bit.
calcium sulfate
Let me come out.
and then metallic
Oh,
sulfides
wrong one.
often form the main structure.
Heading over.
I forget the name of the white mineral, calcium sulfate, Nicole. You said it earlier today. It begins with A.
The anhydrite?
That's right, yeah.
Let me go right
Yeah,
here.
that's good.
Yeah, and some of it
You can
is
push on Argus if you want
it's
as well.
converted to
Now that
gypsum.
we're settled in, yeah, you can push
just
on
like
Argus if you
talcum
want.
powder.
Yeah. It is now.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, have a nice view.
Let's see how we stabilize. All right.
So, can we zoom in, please?
Yep.
That's pretty strong flow if it's pushing those guys around.
Yeah, that's why I had my eye on it.
Yeah.
You happy with that excavation?
If this might be nitpicking, but there's a few of those little boulders in there. Is there any way to sort of pluck them out of there?
Like
That white
right-
one sort
right
of in the
it?
middle? Yeah. If you can, great. If you can't, we'll try and manage without it. I just don't want to get the IGT clogged, mostly because it won't be a good sample.
Let's make sure that guy is.
Oh, nearly.
It's like a popcorn machine.
Nice. Yeah, that looks pretty good in that front portion of that if we can.
Yeah, just kind of like this little tuck it right into there.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Come wide?
Are you okay with me doing these ones?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, I'll come wide, please.
Pull wide?
Which one are you going to go for?
I'm going to do 7.
Okay.
I'm all the way racked back. Let me know if you want me to rack out the tool tray.
Let's see here.
So this is the IGT sampler you may have heard us talking about earlier on Nautilus Live. Isobaric gas tight are what those initials stand for. It's going to sample that vent fluid and keep it under pressure as we transport it to the surface. It's got that little snorkel tip on the end that's going to go into that orifice we've excavated, and also mounted there as a temperature probe, so we'll also get a pretty good reading on the temperature of that vent fluid.
Okay, zoom in, please.
All right.
You have it on bubble too.
Okay.
$188, 101, 138, 171, 184, 169, 166, 163, 188, 214, 224, 239, 251, 259, 272, 276, 280, 288, 292, 294, 295. Okay, this is what we hit with the other temp probe. 296. Yeah, that's a good 297. That's a good rock solid temperature. Are you stable?
I am stable, locked up.
Locked up? Okay.
So just
yeah, this looks great.
Tell you one thing, right? So with this, I always go into slave mode on the wrist.
All right, I am going to take the sample.
Continuous mode creeps a bit. Yeah, so when you lock, it's not
Can you
creep.
push in on the IGT so I can, never mind, I can see it.
So it's a good little trick when you're doing these, need to be totally stable, is to have a
What I just asked for is I was
wrist.
going to have the video push in on the IGT because I can see the motor turning, but I can see every now and then flash.
We can push.
Yeah,
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's yeah, it's probably done turning by now, but I did see a couple flashes, so I'm pretty confident it opened. Temperature is rock solid at 297 degrees.
So close to
man.
300.
Come on, we want that 300.